Yoo-hoo! Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Forgive us this day our daily bread. Forgive us of our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory, forever and ever. Amen. I am 26 years old. I am a Virgo rising. My big three. My big three. They are the sun sign in Pisces, the Virgo rising ascendant, and I have a moon in Aries. Okay. Another thing, I don't feed the plants. What does that mean? I'm not an unsuspectable jerk from Maine to California. If you'd like to know more about this, be sure to check out my community tab as well as any other tab on my YouTube page to find out what are these unsuspectable jerks from Maine to California are doing. Little Shop of Horrors, tarot readings, it's in there. Now, not only am I know I'm not an unsuspectable jerk, but we have Miss Hannigan. Miss Hannigan, an unsuspectable jerk. An unsuspectable jerk is Miss Hannigan. And we see this play out in the beginning of the movie. She wants control over the children. She is a bully, and what she does is bully the children. She does this throughout the movie. She is not deserving of the position of having somebody as a person who would watch over children because she is a bully, an unsuspectable jerk, not somebody I would want watching me. Miss Hannigan. My dad and I, when I was younger, you can check that story out in a different tales reading. My Virgo tales reading. This is a different story. My dad got a promotion. Promotion after promotion at his job. After being baptized at the Church of God, he was baptized in his work clothes. We needed the money, and my dad, he would spend a lot of time when he could. He would spend that time when he was off from work to walk with me to the store, and we would get food, and we'd get delicious food. He had to work. Why do people deserve, why do people not deserve to spend quality time in healthy relationships? Why do people have to work and be taken away from their family? Who takes away these basic human needs from us? It is easier to find men who will volunteer to die than to find those who are willing to endure patience. What that quote means is, be sure that you find a man that is willing to endure patience, who can live his life patiently. My stance and restatement: I don't wanna be a stupid girl. 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 Like the zodiac Libra, I believe in couples having their own fashion work and communication about the aesthetic. My contention: if you are not down, you are an enemy. My criterion: when Pisces go to war, there's never a shortage of broken hearts. I will be pulling tarot cards from the What's the Tea tarot deck. Last tarot reading I recorded, no sound. This is the re-recorded tarot reading. For the zodiac sign Libra. Shuffle. Travel. Girl fights, arguments, physical fights, at war, competing. Jackpot. Winning money, got rich, inheritance, unexpected money. Boss daddy. Stable, rich, business owner, CEO, big DICK energy. Love on the brain. Dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, nostalgic. Your opponent has traveled to fight, to physically fight, to compete, to start arguments. And that is their idea of how they win money, get rich, their inheritance, and unexpected money comes from arguments, physical fights, at war, competing. This is shocking. I did not expect to get that message. It is war that we are facing. Their idea is to continuously have girl fights, arguments, physical fights at war, competing as a source of income. That is what, and the only thing that will make you rich. This is how your opponent feels. Your side, boss daddy, compassionate, spiritually intact, love on the brain, and this dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, nostalgic. Okay. That would be so cool. Okay. Okay. The effect you have on others is your currency. Physical money and what we are up against is those who are in authority positions that feed the plants. Arguments, physical fights, at war, competing. I've had to physically fight people. My own sister fought me. I never wanted to fight. That's the art of war and competition, because my currency is not of fighting, arguments, war, competing. My currency comes from a place of compassion, lending a hand, making an impact, like the zodiac, Libra. Threatening, intimidating, threatened, bothered. Rejected, fake accounts, fake social media accounts to spy, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Creepin', fake flexing, acts rich, flosses money, acts fancy, shows off, etc. Somebody tried to come on your team, perhaps. But we're too jealous. Libra, Libra, air sign. You most likely have a lot of enemies like earth sign. This person feels intimidated, threatened, and bothered. Because they're caught. They are intimidated, threatened, and bothered by your success, by your impact. because you decided to stand up, to stand your ground, to show compassion, to lend a hand. You decided to reject them when they tried to come back into your life. So what's happened to them? Well, rejected. Now they just got rejected. REJECTED, rejected. REJECTED, rejected. Woo! Running. And the beat just goes running, running, and 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 running, running. Wants you back. Your anus. Stop it. Okay, the planets. You're honest. Okay. You're honest wants to say something, okay? You're honest. The planet founded by the Americans wants to tell your opponent, I see you. Okay, they're up there. I see you. I see you. And the evil that you've done. Okay, the planet's Uranus. You're honest. Uranus. You're honest. You're honest. No, you're honest. Your anus. You're honest. Fishing for comments. Dirty offer. Haunted. Memories, flashbacks, trauma, side effects. So they left and now they want you back. They're fishing for comments, but what it is a dirty offer. You are still out here haunted by your memories, your flashback, your trauma, and your side effects. There is so much trauma in your life. Stalker. Okay, so they're stalking you. Forcer. Forces things on you. Forces their way in. Uses force to get what they want. Clout hungry. Says anything. Does anything. Makes SHIT up. Dramatic. Queen rising. Stepping into power. Praised. Coming up. Spotlight. Divination. Abuser. You made an impact. Yeah, you have massive success. If nobody told you this today, they tried to bring you down, telling you, oh, you're not successful. Oh, it's never too late to be successful. And you've done all of this to get to where you're at. Making an impact is about lending a hand, showing compassion. The massive success will matter, but what will make your impact is how you loved and encouraged. Somebody is clout hungry, saying anything, does anything, makes SHIT up, dramatic. This person could be a man. Okay, but it could be a woman, man. She is using your oratory, your rhetoric, to make it look like to the world that they are rising, but they're abusing divination. Bad karma is always going to reveal. Bankrupt, okay? So they're out here abusing divination, trying to take your image, okay? Forcing their way into your life. And in all of the midst of this, okay, somebody is bankrupt. Somebody has bills to pay. Somebody has to hustle every morning to get their bills paid. They're over here abusing divination to make you look bad or treat you worse. And in the midst of this, somebody is out here bankrupt. 4 kids in a hotel room trying to make ends meet on a daily, weekly basis. Veterans out here sleeping on the sidewalks, sleeping on doorsteps, getting told by cops, you gotta move. Unfazed. Crying over you, sad, hurts, upset, etc. Dust it off. Dust it off! Dust it off! I'm not a airport man. Okay, take off your jacket. No, this is dust it off! Dust it off! Somebody is crying over you, sad, hurts, and upset. Okay, but that doesn't change the fact that they bought into the universe bankrupt and then tried to make it known to you that you were bankrupt, that you had nothing, but they were the ones who started it. No, I'm not on your team. I'm just cold, I guess. Ain't SHIT, so they ain't SHIT. Same SHIT. Difference day. Shine. Your light irritates their demons. Make an impact. Your light irritates their demons. Giving money. Oh my gosh, is that scary to you? No, I don't think it is scary to give somebody a place to live, to lay their head, a healthy relationship with their daughter, knowledge, books, a healthy life, a life of longevity. Um, does that seem scary? Is that wrong? Is that what you're trying not for to happen, opponents? Okay. 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 Unbothered? You should be bothered, opponent. I mean, kind of, that man is, he's on a bucket. He is sitting on a bucket, asking for water in the USA. Can't get no water. He can't get no water. He's unable to get water in the USA. Why are you unbothered by this? Why would you show that? Why would you be unbothered by this? Why? Why? Oh, okay. Is this how you want to look? All right then. That's how you want to go down as somebody who was not unbothered by that occurring. You just want it to keep happening. You jerk. You unsuspectable jerk. Kissing ASS. They're out here. Yeah, how's your day going? Oh, would you like a snack today? Behind them, okay, people are bankrupt, okay, that woman is trying to pay for her medical bills, okay, people are out here on the streets, inside of tents and encampments with each other here, okay, that girl is sleeping in a rainforest, okay, and it's not safe, but that's really matters because I don't know too much, but hey, 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 I'm here. I was thinking, maybe the kids. The kids matter the most, You got to raise them up to be right, and that woman is 68 years old, and that's the way she has to live on a sidewalk in the USA, sitting there asking for money. Mice is running past, okay, people is spitting in his face over there. I just don't get it. And you're sitting here unbothered. Unbothered. How? 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 Made an impact. Life is a mirror and will give you who you are. Rejoice. Rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say, rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say, rejoice. Rejoice by Israel and New Breed. I'm going to pull some cards from Doreen Virtue's deck. Loving words from Jesus. Forgive and you shall be forgiven. Luke 6:37. Ask and you shall receive. that your joy may be full. Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. Matthew 26:41. Seek and you shall find. Matthew 7:7. Luke 12:32. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. According to your faith, be it unto you. Matthew 9:29. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say, rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say, rejoice. We are going to go into announcements. Mercury retrograde. Let's talk about it. This transit started on April 1st. Mercury retrograde lasts for 3 weeks. So it is ending on April 21st, 2024. It happens 3 to 4 times a year. Okay. Working with Mercury retrograde. Slow down your schedule and lighten your load. I know it's hard to think about clearing your calendar for 3 weeks, but this is exactly what the retrograde is asking you to do. The retrograde is an infamous transit. Now is not the time to burn the candle at both ends, as the planet's timing. Mercury retrograde asks us to examine how we've been spending our time. But if our schedules are so jam-packed that we don't have a free moment to ourselves to reflect, then how can we truly follow the cosmic prompt? See if you're able to pare things down in your schedule to just the essentials in order to free up some time. Logistical things are a mess under Mercury retrograde, so give yourself permission to chill. Don't take on extra projects unless you have to, and be a little choosier about your social engagements. Obviously, we don't have the luxury of taking 3 weeks off work and pausing our social lives. It's just an impossible task. But it is helpful if you can lighten your load a little bit to allow yourself more time and space to explore and reassess your current workload, trajectory, and head space. Revisit old work projects and ideas. If we allow the retrograde energy to lead us, we'll often find ourselves suddenly focused on projects or goals from the past that we may have lost steam on or even fully lost track of. Starting a brand new project or embarking on a brand new path, especially as its may pertain to work, communication, writing, number crunching, or any on logistical matter, is highly inadvisable under a retrograde. But revisiting older projects and past ideas is actually supported by this energy. In fact, these things might even fall into your lap naturally. And if they do, embrace them. The retrograde can offer you a shifted perspective that can breathe new life into an old idea. Practice being a better communicator and listener. It's time to be more attentive to the way you express thoughts and information to others. Use Mercury retrograde as a really good challenge to yourself to be truly precise and clear with your words. Practice mindfulness and think before you speak because under this transit, it's really easy for things to come out wrong or be misinterpreted. The clearer you are about what you're communicating, whether it's what time to meet someone or how you feel about an outfit, the better. The perks: this is a skill that can benefit you long beyond the retrograde, and practice makes perfect. This is also a time to practice patience and understanding when interpreting what others have to say. Try not to take things personally if plans get messed up or someone says something that makes you feel sensitive. Everyone will be struggling to express themselves clearly under this transit. So remember that you too will be prone to misunderstanding someone's point or getting confused about details. Open yourself to being a better listener and being better flexible in the way you interpret things. Of course, once we want to make the most of Mercury retrograde, but let's also acknowledge its power to deviate us from our norms. Here are some quick notes of caution when it comes to navigating a Mercury retrograde period. Read and reread anything that's even vaguely important. Under a retrograde, we're way more likely to misunderstand others and unintentionally set others up to misunderstand us. So make quadruple checking everything personal your personal retrograde rule. Be super careful when it comes to tech communication like texting, emails, and social media. For example, watch what you say via text because you never know who could see it or if your tone could be misinterpreted. Triple check that you're texting the right person because we're more likely to get mixed up and reply to the wrong thread under this transit. And reread emails and work files before you send or submit them, as you may realize that you're being unclear, forgetting to include information or attachments, or overlooking a crap ton of typos that you didn't see initially. Avoid major decisions, big moves, or finalizing agreements if possible. Leave room in your schedule or travel itinerary for timing issues. Don't be overly reliant on technology. Mercury rules tech, so back up your phone and the irreplaceable files. Change your passwords and be really careful with your devices. Mercury rules over information as well as technology. So our gadgets, think phones, laptops, smart devices, and even cars are fully under fire during Mercury retrograde. Tech glitches are common here, but so are potentially disastrous freak mishaps, like accidentally deleting something you really needed, losing your thumb drive, having one of your online accounts hacked, or breaking your phone only to realize you hadn't backed it up. The cloud is your friend. People as are your external hard drives. Use them and do it before the retrograde hits to avoid issues. We are still in the total solar eclipse transits. It does last for 35 days. That started on April 8th and has lasted for 35 days. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 29. April 29th will end the transits of the total solar eclipse of the sun. If you'd like to know more about this enormous transit, be sure to check out my fiery little shop of horrors tales readings in my community tab or in my playlist. You can find it there as well. I have a transit explanation still up about the recent total solar eclipse of the sun that's happened on April 8th, the one that we are still in, on my YouTube page. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. That is in my playlist. Thank you so much. It'd be a great help to you and for me. Donations. If you'd like to send a donation, that is down in my description box. Yeah, we're in these transits together. Okay? We are in this together. Art of War. Art of War quotes of the month. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Whoa, look at her. Leave me alone. Art of War quotes from the book by Sun Tzu, Art of War book. I don't have the book, but what I did and had the opportunity to do is my dad. He drove us to the library. We went to the library. I asked them to hold the book for me. They found it. They found The Art of War for Women by Sun Tzu. I will be checking out that book pretty soon. I got to go pick it up at the library. Mm-mm-mm. Pretend to be weak that your enemy may grow arrogant. Pretend to be weak that your enemy may grow arrogant. You might be like, I missed a couple of days off of YouTube, or I missed a couple of days of work, or I'm not looking like how people would expect. I mean, homelessness is a firestorm across the nation. You take off work. You do things that are spectacular. You know, you're getting up for work. Maybe your finances bankrupt. I don't know. But pretending that you're weak, your enemy grows arrogance. You might be like, what are you saying? What is going on? Because that is their way of fighting, is to be arrogant when you miss a day. When you don't go here, now all of a sudden they're like, oh, I win because they missed a day. Hey, um, I'm still standing. And we're back. I'm back. Pretend to be weak that your enemy may grow arrogant. Ooh. So, they're like, oh, so, Missy Coffee, you ain't posted today. Aren't you supposed to be posting every day? And you're like, you just come back and they try to like use that against you or whatever. So, things like that. If you get what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Um, Please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying. Hexi, a tutela.